Hey, this is the lesson for my 7th and 8th grade students on October 27th, 2021. Yesterday, we talked about the word accomplice. A person who helps someone escape is called an accomplice. Okay, something like that would work. So an accomplice is someone who helps someone um, get away with something. Okay. All right. Then we also talked about the words remain and claim. Remain and claim. Okay, and we read this April 15th, April 16th, April 17th, and April 20th. Okay, today we're jumping over here. Okay, so we need to list 3 major events that occur in this part of the text. Okay, so 3 major events. What does Jones mean in paragraph 7 when he says that my word could not be bought for 100 times that amount? Okay, so we need to look for that and see what we think he means by that. We need to underline a text detail that helps you understand what he means. Okay, then down on the stretch, when Jones says his words could not be bought for 100 times that amount, what does this tell you about his beliefs? Okay, complete these statements to help you answer the stretch question. Jones supports blank. What does he support? Jones will not collect the reward because he believes blank. Okay. All right. April 24th here, Port Conway, Virginia. After rowing the wrong way across the Potomac River, the fugitives end up back in Maryland, at a farm where Colonel Hughes lived. After reaching Port Conway, Virginia, they travel across the Rappahannock River. Meanwhile, the fugitives see 3 Confederate soldiers, Willie Jett, Absalom Bainbridge, and Mortimer Ruggles. They ask the soldiers for help. Harold identifies Booth as the man who killed the president. To the soldiers, Booth is a hero. The soldiers take Booth and Harold to Richard Garrett's farm. They say Booth is a wounded Confederate soldier. Garrett agrees to let the men stay at his farm for a day or two. On April 25th, Union soldiers learned that a man with a broken leg had crossed the river the day before with 3 Confederate soldiers, and that Willie Jett was probably headed for the Star Hotel. Soldiers capture Jett at the hotel. Scared, Jett leads the soldiers to Garrett's farm. Down here to April 26th, the cavalry arrives at the farm. The final showdown has begun. The Garretts have locked Booth and Harold in a tobacco barn. Harold surrenders, but Booth refuses to be taken alive. The troops set the barn on fire. With his gun in hand, Booth approaches the door. Sergeant Boston Corbett watches Booth through a crack in the barn wall. He aims his rifle and fires, striking Booth in the neck. The wound is fatal. The 12-day-long manhunt is over. All right, so once again, we need to list 3 major events that occur in this part. We need to, what does Jones mean in paragraph 7 when he says that my word could not be bought for 100 times that amount? So paragraph 7, that's back a page. Jones wants to help the fugitives, but Union cavalry are nearby. Booth and Harold must remain in hiding. If Jones turns Booth and Harold in, he will collect a $75,000 reward. But he has sworn to support the Confederacy. No, indeed, he later recalls, my word could not be bought for 100 times that amount. Okay, so back then, guys, 75 grand was probably like being a millionaire. Okay, just so you know. And he refused to give up any information, right? So that tells us a lot who he supports and what he believes. Okay, so you need to go fill those in. When Jones says his word could not be bought for 100 times that amount, what does this tell you about his beliefs? Okay, what does it tell us about his beliefs? Okay, and then you fill in this extra part right here also. Okay, we will stop with that. and we'll go from there. Okay, let me know if you have any questions at all. This is page 217. Okay, so page 217, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.